You're welcome back, everybody, to another episode, number 43 with Oscars and Perfect Show with Daniel.
Yo.
Today's episode, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of breaking news to cover. As of yesterday, Vincent how do you say his name? McMahon, McAsshole, is stepped down as the chairman of WWE. I don't know who he was, or I knew of WWE. I've seen pictures of him. I heard stories about him, but after this breaking news that happened with the former employee, he's now completely stepped down off of Tap Out and WWE, and we're just going to cover all those graphic text messages that an 80-year-old sent, and it's pretty disgusting. So I don't know who he is, so Daniel's going to give me the news.
I didn't know that you didn't know who he was, and he's like I said, this is our second time recording this, so we're trying to
we need one of those fucking
but he is super fucking influential in sports in general, bro. Tap Out and WWE just bought the UFC for $6 billion or something like that. So you was a lot of bread, and it was breaking news, and it was a big deal. And just recently, the WWE brought on another member to their board, and they're at the New York Stock Exchange. He was hitting the bell. He is such an important figure, especially in WWE specifically, because of what he did to WWE to make it so. He made WWE and wrestling global. Because his dad had it prior to him, and his dad was kind of running the company into the ground.
Oh, okay.
And that's when his dad was running it. There was all these other organizations that were going on before the WWE, and the WWE, I believe, was like the WWF.
Oh, okay.
And pretty much Vince started buying all these fucking little rinky-dink wrestling companies. I'm not going to give you the whole story, but I'll just pretty much tell you why he is so important. He started buying these rinky-dink because they had these great wrestlers there, and he started buying them all up. It went against his dad's word, fucking bought them all, and now they're the only thing that matters in professional wrestling. Besides, obviously, AEW is blowing up right now. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but I mean,
yeah, because I never watched wrestling go. Because isn't it Rumble Mania? That's the thing, right? Or is that part of WWE?
Yeah, it's all like Raw, Monday night, whatever. Yeah. I was a big WWE fan, wrestling fan when I was younger. But so I guess what I was about to take a drink, but he single-handedly made wrestling global, and that's important because I guess, how do you say it? Wrestling's one of the few, and it's weird to say because it's fake, right? Well, it's pre-scripted, so they know the outcome of it. So you can't bet on it. So a lot of people don't see it as a sport, but it is a legitimate sport.
Because I've heard stories where wrestlers talked about like the amount of injuries they deal with and the amount of work that they have to put in through all that. So they're athletes for sure. Yeah. So it is kind of a competitive sport, no, because it is pre-scripted, but like as far as athletic is like a sport for like athletes and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah,
and it's 365. There's something going on in your town every year, multiple times a year. They work. I know they say they work 300 days a year. Yeah. Like there's two shows a weekend and like 2 shows a week and then one big show every couple months. And so those shows, they're traveling, right? And this was his idea. They're fucking traveling so that they could keep retaining their fans, which is crazy because when I was younger, I felt like wrestling was as big as it could ever get. Think of the Rey Mysterios, those people like that, the John Cenas, The Rock, all those people that I think there's never going to be able to replace them. Were able to replace them and continue to grow their brand because of him and his what he's done. And they travel, like I was saying, they travel everywhere, and their fucking marketing is insane, bro. And we don't understand right now because we're not in the WWE niche, bro. They're making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. So this not little boy shit. This is not no fucking like it'd be like this is the NBA. This is the NFL. This is the NFL. It's not the NBA. Because I would like to think that WWE is bigger than the NBA. Because if the NBA were to sell pay-per-views, they would not fucking get any buys. They get hundreds of thousands, millions of buys, when they do their big events. And they do them all the time. So this is big boy shit.
Because their fan base is huge.
Massive, bro. Massive. Globally. Because they grab superstars from Mexico, China, UK. Like they grab them from everywhere. And also what he did such a great job at, and which was so interesting on why Tap Out and WWE combined with the UFC, is because wrestling also evolved because of him and grew because they continued their storylines. People fell in love with their storylines. People fell in love with, what's going to happen next. And that's purely him. He's the one behind each and every storyline for the WWE. Still to this day. He's been doing it for fucking 40 years.
Oh, damn.
I don't think he's been running UFC. I think he's been running UFC since the 90s. So could be around 40 years, 30 years for sure.
The UFC or WWE?
WWE.
Oh.
So that's what was interesting, because the reason why I thought the UFC was going to benefit from combining with them and being bought by them was because they're going to teach the UFC how to build stars. Like they did in the WWE. They're going to teach them how to build stars. They're going to teach them how to create better storylines for fighters, for the future, for the next 5, 10, 15 years.
Oh, okay.
So that's what was so important. And it was solely him, bro. Like 100% him. And everybody will say this. All the superstars that go on to Joe's podcast, everybody says it's him. He's the one that's in the back when they're filming. Do this. And he's on the phone. And then he's doing this. And do this, telling it, cut here. And he's talking to the people in there, doing everything himself to this day. And I guess that's me bigging him up and what he did for the sport, and why it was so interesting that they did get the UFC did buy them, or they bought out the UFC. It was, if Vince McMahon wasn't there, that thing wouldn't have happened. And I was gonna say, if they didn't buy the UFC, maybe we wouldn't be talking about this, but no, that's not true, because this is fucking huge and pretty fucking disgusting, actually. Yeah. So that's pretty much who he is and what he's done to create this multi-billion-dollar company that he has.
Which is why this breaking news is so
crazy.
Huge, because of who he is.
Yeah.
You just explained it, and how big WWE is, and going forward, I don't know what's gonna happen with WWE. Who's gonna take over?
Because he stepped down.
Right.
He stepped away or stepped down?
I think he stepped down. I think he officially stepped down, as I read an article.
With this, that's what's crazy with this, because what the fuck does stepping down even mean? Like you're just, because he stepped down. So we can get into it now. Right?
Yeah.
So he stepped down in 2021 from CEO because of this situation that happened. The situation that happened is he has his own apartment. I don't know if it's a fucking building or wherever the fuck he lives. His condo, whatever. He meets this woman. What's her name?
Janelle Grant.
Okay, Miss Grant. He meets Miss Grant. She inherited the apartment from her grandmother, her mother, something like that.
But they're like nice apartments, like a
very apartment. So that's why, like in he's like, just remind me to tell you something.
Yeah.
So they meet. I'm assuming they begin a physical relationship. He's married, by the way. I'm assuming they begin a physical relationship. Turns into something more than just a personal relationship. It turns into Vince McMahon offering her around to other people, telling his friends, "I got this really beautiful woman." More graphically saying this, "I got this really beautiful woman. You guys could have her for the night." And it's fucking bad. I don't know if we want to read it, but like, I feel pretty gay saying this.
It's because, bro, an 80-year-old or 77-year-old shouldn't be texting like this.
So this started, I think their relationship started in 2020, and it
she got a position pretty high up with the WWE, right?
Yeah,
because of him.
So I guess that's where I could continue the story. He created a position in the WWE. I guess it was a lawyer, part of the lawyers, and it was like a high rank,
like an attorney type of.
Yeah, it was like a high ranked position in the WWE, and the employees that worked in that division were like, "What the fuck? Like, why is she here? She's not doing anything. She doesn't know anything." And that was a part of, not would like to think, but that was a part of his blackmail over her because he was paying her a great lump sum of money. I got a burp. Excuse me.
He's gassy, guys.
Yeah, bro. I have major issues right now. So he was paying her for over this year and a half a lot of fucking money. And with paying her a lot of money and having this personal relationship, he begins to offer her off to other people that work for the UFC and his friends, or WWE and his friends. I don't know if you want to go from here just based off of what you read, or do you?
From what I've read, basically refers them to as well WWE techs.
Yeah, tech.
I think it's kind of like a code word for like it could be wrestlers, because it came out stories where I guess I don't know if you want to call it like sex trafficking. But it is definitely sexual abuse based on the messages. I've seen her send messages like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm tired. He's like, oh, too bad.
Yeah. He's like, no, baby. Go ahead.
And Brock Lesnar's name was involved. A guy named, there's another wrestler's name. He's pretty famous. I have to look it up right now. But they're like, I guess a bunch of comments, I guess, since they know about him, they're like, oh, once you saw his name, then you know some shit is like tied up with, you know what I mean? Like it's something bad. I guess. He's probably like, I'm assuming he's a scumbag as well. But fuck, I don't know. You want to get into the messages?
Yeah, I mean, just so we can explain to you, like in full depth, like the graphicness of it, because
the mental abuse, the sexual abuse that she was experiencing.
Yeah,
because there was a settlement that had happened in 2020 or 2021.
So this situation, he was having these fucking dudes come in and fuck her. Like bad, like 12 dudes, 6 dudes, 3 dudes at a time. This poor girl was going through this shit, and she was feeling like she needed to in order to keep her position. He enjoyed seeing her like this, and he continued to up the stakes,
people,
and it was like a trophy in whatever fucking circles he was in, and this girl was going through this for about a year. And then in 2021, she was getting, the messages are like fucking disgusting. We could read them.
You could just think about it, like her body, like went through so many dudes in a short period of time.
Let me go to
at the same time.
So
so basically the settlement happened in 2021. That's when he was kind of like gonna step down, right? He stepped up
after this case, because this case came out and they settled. So
she signs an NDA, and it was a settlement of $3.3 million. I want to say.
Yeah, it was
3.3, and only $1 million got paid out. So Vincent didn't do his end on the NDA and the whole agreement of the settlement. So therefore, on today's date, the NDA is no longer in effect. So that's when she comes out
with everything else.
The text messages and evidence and proof of what he was doing to her. And so that's the reason why she just came out with this.
Let me just read. Okay. This is from 2020 when she was going through this shit. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, you're going to be so bad that you'll demand to be fucked twice a day and not just with blank in a 3-way. Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you come? I don't know.
This is an 80-year-old bro sending this message. It's just weird.
They'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find some more friends and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. Sorry, these are. It's really small. So I'll direct them. So he was obviously in on the fucking action.
He's like pointing, like
I'll direct them to have their way any way they want.
Jeez.
Who can make you scream the loudest? Maybe I'll just line them up and have them squirt in your mouth. Your pussy. That's how he spells it. all over your pussy, all over your tits and ass, and at the same time you'll be covered in, I'm not gonna say that word, I just feel weird, and we'll make sure you eat it and taste everybody's you know what. The next morning you'll be a little sore, but you're still gonna want more. Okay. And then you need your big panties ripped. Oh, you need your panties ripped off by three big black dicks in all three holes at the same time. Way up your pussy and way up your ass as far as they will go, and it'll go farther. And the thickest, not gonna say, goes down your throat. So it makes you, bro. This is just so hard, bro. You're being assaulted. You're being assaulted, but it made you come nonstop. Just one continuous constant orgasm, and just before you pass out with those big black dicks. Bro, this is fucking crazy. As you lay on your bro, I'm not reading this, dog, but you get the picture of me. There's one more crazy shit.
I'm trying to find that dude's name that was also like involved.
Okay. And what's crazy too is like he mentions like the tech guys, and then he in like quotes he puts as we refer them to. So he's like fucking outing himself out as in we know they're not tech guys. That's just what he calls them. So because I'm sure he didn't want to name any names. Okay, yeah, he's talking about 12 guys fucking her at the same time. I'm not gonna.
Which is insane, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm not going to read all this, but that's the gist of what was going on, what he was telling her. So, like we said, the main reason this came out is because he didn't hold up his part of the NDA and their settlement. So, with all this, with him stopping payment, he only paid $1 million. And then some people are like you asked me a question, is like, was it consensual? Like, did she want to do this? I think that doesn't even matter, right? She took him to court for abuse because I didn't get the other messages, but I remember hearing that she was telling him like, hey, like I'm hurting and I'm going through a lot. Like, please tell them like, no, I'm not going to do this right now. And he's telling her, no, you are going to do this.
I already told them.
Yeah, I already told them. He said he wants you Thursday. This other guy wants you on Saturday, and these other people want you Sunday. And just reading those texts, you can understand that like this is probably what was a consistent thing for fucking a good amount of time, over a year, obviously, because the case came out in 2021, and that's like we said, that's what made him step down. But man, it's a tough read, and I guess my main thing. I mean, do we got any more to like kind of elaborate on like this? Or do you got anything else?
Not just like on her, but I have like some stuff about his daughter that was talked about.
I kind of lost track of myself here. The fuck was I just talking about?
Like, Janelle, you're talking about Miss Grant.
I know. I'm saying like I was. It doesn't matter. But oh yeah, you were saying that like, did she want to do this? Obviously, to some extent, because that's the backlash that when people come out saying this shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, at some point they did agree to doing this freaky shit, which made him think that he can go above and beyond to where he's at now.
Just do whatever the fuck he wants with her at that point.
Yeah, and
because reading the message about like 12 guys and like no, she said, and he's like talking, like texting her like in a third person. It was weird. But 12 guys, and he's like, oh no, she was gonna do 3 at a time, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, like a constant like non-consensual sex for like such a long period of time. And
but that's the thing, like, was it consensual at one point? Because that's what people are saying. Like, it seemed when this shit comes out, people are like, it seems like she wanted to. He's not making her go somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. I'm not saying that, but
others people.
This
like
is the only
defense.
reason why he's getting in trouble is because all he had to do was pay that $3 million.
Because if think someone of his stature, of his wealth.
Bro, he's probably worth. What is he worth right now?
Fuck, shit ton of money.
Bro,
Jeez.
probably a bill ticket.
Maybe.
Vince McMahon.
And then people
Bruh. What do you think his net worth is?
Is it a Billy?
Just take a guess.
2. 2.5 billion.
Did you see it, bro?
No, am I right though?
Bro, you're 2.6. It's 2.6.
Oh shit.
2.6 billion, bro. Jesus, dog.
You couldn't pay $3 million.
I just don't know what's up with these motherfuckers and these freak offs, bro. Like, this is like,
I feel like just people that are just like people that are actually like that, and they get a hold of money. You know, we were talking about like previous people that are like this. Money just they think money makes them immune to fucking whatever.
But it's like this man was sloppy with this shit because, bro, first of all, you're fucking using these texts. You're texting this woman. It's like easily you're freaking. If this is found that it's from you, which it probably is, if this is found, if we found out this is really from you, you're fucked. Yeah. Like, there's no getting out of this, bro. Like, you're gonna be in for way more than $3 million at this point. It's like, bro, like I don't get it. I don't know what's up with these fucking. I always have thought this dude was weird, bro. Like, bro, this man has got away with too much, bro. You seen the videos of him saying the N-word?
Yeah, I saw. He's like, "What up, Mott?" And the wrestler's just like,
he's got a do-rag on and shit, bro. Like shit like that. I'm like,
what I'm saying, bro.
This man at points was uncancelable. Like, bro, this is like on live TV.
Yeah, and then if that doesn't make you think he's like a weirdo, then or as much as like fuck, I can't even talk. That doesn't make you think that he's a scum and like a weirdo. He's trying to make. Obviously, like WWE scripted stories and shit like that. He tried to make one with his daughter. His own daughter is part of the WWE, where she's
I think she might be CEO.
CEO now.
I'm not sure,
but she came out in like an interview. This is way back ago. Based on the quality of the video, I'm assuming it was older. He came up to her and told her because I think she was pregnant at that time when she was interviewed. Basically, he wanted to create a storyline with her that he was the father of her baby, and then she was like, no, like that's weird. Like I can't fake kiss my own dad. Like I don't want my own dad to be the father of my kid. Jesus, bro. I'm just like, what the fuck? That's I did see one video of them like kissing, like a little like.
I think I remember seeing some shit like that too.
I was like, it's weird, bro. And you fucking made the story.
Yeah, bro. He's the head of the fucking everything, dude. I don't know, man. I guess. What's justice here? Because it's going to be civilly. It's not going to... Oh, no, I don't think this is civil. I think this is criminal.
This is criminal?
I think because... Yeah, because if it was... I don't know. I have no fucking clue. But what's interesting, too, is that... What's her name? Tap Out?
Yeah.
Tap Out came out and said that, like, he is involved with nothing with us. Like, he has no say in what goes on. They didn't say he has nothing... They said he has no say in what we have going on. So, like, because everybody's like, well, you step down, but so what? Like, what? You're still going to be in control of everything because that's how he is and that's how he's always been.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm not sure what's to come of this. I'm not sure what Dana's going to say about it because Dana was so close with that situation.
The organization just.
And it's not Dana's fault. I'm not. And I think that's kind of whack to, like, you don't know how fucking weird people are, bro.
I'm curious to see what these other pro wrestlers say.
Bro, because everybody backs him. Nobody fucking talks shit about him.
Because when I remember hearing Kurt Angle on Joe's, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've heard things about him, but never really like knew who he was. So I'm just curious to see if Brock Lesnar comes out and says something.
Because that's so legend.
He was the one that was... That he tried to fly her out to her.
So what's crazy is
I guess you just said Brock Lesnar denied or said no or some shit like that, right?
In the documents they said, because I think they did sleep together, because in the documents it doesn't give a name, it just says former UFC champion, and there's only one former UFC champion in the WWE. It's Brock Lesnar. So. And the reason why he didn't go out there is because his flight got delayed because of snow.
But he was going to.
He was going to.
Fucking weirdos, dog.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what justice looks like in this situation.
Because
like,
you gotta imagine if Lesnar's of all, who's one of the most famous UFC fighters, WWE superstars.
Yeah.
Imagine what other
they just brought on The Rock. That's who they just brought on. The WWE just brought on The Rock as like a board member. That's crazy, bro. and then like the first week this shit pops off. Fuck.
So if Brock Lesnar's involved. There was a guy named Johnny that was involved. I don't know what wrestler's named Johnny, but fuck, I don't know. It's obviously this story just came out yesterday. Documents came out today.
Or yeah, something like
some shit like that.
It's
so obviously
bad.
There's more to what the story unfolds. If he gets taken to court civilly or criminally, so obviously this is just like super fresh as of what we know right now.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can imagine, based off the little message that we read,
It's tough, bro.
It's graphic and it's just disgusting to even hear about. Just like, fuck, man, you're too old to be talking like that. You're too old to be. Obviously, if he was younger, it's not gonna make it better. But like, fuck, dude, like,
it just makes it more creepy.
Retire, go play golf, like.
He's fucked, bro. All right. Sorry. God, fucking my stomach's hurt. I'm fucking yawning.
I got the burps.
I know, bro. But I just hope this isn't another one of those situations. Bro, really quickly, too. This shit is like opens up, just like P. Diddy, this guy, like shit like this opens up the floodgates for women that, potentially are lying, because that shit happens every time. Yeah. Because this is going to happen. This woman's coming out, and then another woman might come out and say the same thing. And then another woman. And odds are, if it's 10 women, odds are at least one of them's lying. And it's like, what can you do at this point? And that's why I'm saying this is like, this like behavior opens up the floodgates for people who
like another Me
are
Too.
being disingenuous.
Another
Me Too movement that's like, man, it's just a lot, bro. It's a lot. And it's unfortunate. And that what I was going to tell you earlier is like, there's text messages of this dude bitching to her, being like, I need my condo. Like, my wife's going to leave me. Please just sign this. You're like, when she did sign the NDA, she's like, just please sign this. It'll help your reputation, and I'll get to keep the condo. And I'm assuming that's for him to say that like I'll still be seeing you, because if he's like, if my wife leaves me, she's taking the condo. I don't fucking know, bro. Another thing, this man shit on this woman's fucking head.
That's right, you did say that,
bro. This man shit on her fucking head.
God damn, dude.
Golly, brother. He shit on her. Literally shot on her, bro.
He should have paid her fucking way more than $3 million, bro. And now she's gonna hopefully get more.
I hope she takes this motherfucker for 100, bro.
I hope they
100.
I hope he loses a lot, bro. Because that's how you old and shit on someone's head, bro.
Bro, he shat on her head, brother. That's worth more than that's 100 right there. Get 100, girl. But yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, I hope
bro.
Miss Grant fucking wins a lot. I hope.
Yes, dog.
I hope she just exposes him, bro. Like bad. Like I hope more shit comes out, because I can't imagine she or her only being the only employee that's went through some type of abuse like that.
And that was recent, bro. This is like, I bet you it hasn't, bro. They just signed an NDA. It's like, what can you do?
Yeah, because this is.
But if you are breaking the law,
4 years ago, and he's been chairman for 40 years.
Jesus.
Can only imagine, bro. And she's the only one. He's the only one that he's texting like this. Fucking scummy, bro.
Yeah. It's fucking tough, bro.
That's I completely forgot about that. That's fucking nasty.
Bro, I was hearing this. I was like, this man shit on
gross.
her head. Oh, dude. That's rough, bro. It's rough. It's fucked up, man. There's some fucked up people out there, bro. And it's
fucked up people with money.
With money, bro.
Not just like Mills. This fool was a
Billies.
$2.6 billion
Billies. That's endless money at that point. Once you have billies, bro.
The difference between $1 billion and $2 billion is a whole billion. Fuck.
It's this whole neighborhood. Jesus, bro. And some.
Fuck, man. I mean, he fucking partnered with UFC. Dana's.
That's what I'm saying. I'm curious to be like, what do you don't do nothing. It's not anybody's fault other than this fucking guys and everybody else who was quiet. But it's sticky because like you're so in touch with them like it was such a, a close partnership when they did buy them. And that's why Dana said he did it. Like, and he's like, I trust them.
Those two dudes got away with women. Huh? Dana's over here slapping his wife, and this was over here.
That shit was insane, bro. Like how he handled that. He's like, yeah, I fucked up. Unexcusable. I always say guys should never put hands on women. But that's it. I'm like, what the fuck? You just slapped your wife? I don't know. But women, sometimes they do need it, though. What?
No.
You took that long pause because you didn't want to say yes.
No, I was just like, wow. Like, wow.
Well, bro. Sometimes when they
That's how he was able to come in and record.
When they don't pack your lunch, bro, you gotta fucking keep that in check. I know your mom would never forget that shit. I know she wouldn't.
You haven't had lunch this whole week. You got a granola bar. You have granola bars and trail mix.
Hey, fuck you, bro. Hey, mind your business, motherfucker. Hey.
You don't even get water.
Hey, you don't got somebody to not pack you your lunch here, motherfucker.
He doesn't even bring water. Fuck.
Hey, bro,
you can't even get water out here. Fuck.
Bro, my girl can't even pack me a gallon, bro. That's crazy.
That was a water bottle with a note on it. Fuck.
And she told me the other day, she's like, I've been fucking slacking. I haven't made you lunch in like a fucking 3 months. I was like, it's all good. I've been fasting.
Oh, the whole time, fuck, I'm hungry. This would be seeing me drink my gallon of water like.
I know, he'd be like, you want some? I'm like, no. No.
I'll just play with you, B, but like, fuck, my man's struggling. He's hungry.
Nah, today I couldn't eat, bro. If I ate, that shit would have fucking. I would have. You're not even up.
Painted the walls a different color, huh?
Yeah, bro. I just need to fucking flip my chonies inside out.
That's what I do. That's how I save watching.
Nah, bro. You got anything else on this though?
Based on what else is happening, we don't have really too much other news to unpack here. As the days go, maybe we get more to the story. Maybe there's an actual court case that happens, which I assume there will be. Yeah, but as of right now, they're just.
I think it's already a case. Like she's creating it. It's out there.
Like it's not on court though. Like it's not like.
Oh yeah, nothing's happening. Like because it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, to get.
But he's denying everything.
Yeah.
He is denying everything.
But you can't just step down and go like, oh, like, and then deny. There's a reason why you step down.
Yeah, true.
But I just hate when people are like in power and then some shit happens. Oh, I'm gonna just step down, but I'm gonna keep all my money. Like, oh, you sack of shit. Bro. But as of right now, that's all we really have. Egg his car or something. Fuck him up.
Shit on his head.
Shit on his. Yeah. Shit on his front door.
If he was right here, bro, I'd be fucking shitting on his head, bro. It just slide right out right now, bro.
I hit him with our WWE move, dog. I don't even watch wrestling.
Bro, you never seen the video? There's a fucking funny ass video. This dude, he's like, because he would always like insert himself into the matches. And bro, he like tries to slide into the ring, and
he breaks something, right?
He pops his ACL. And then he stands up to like do something. He fucking pops his other ACL, and he's like sitting on the floor. He can't do nothing. He's like, oh. He's fucking red as fuck, bro. Hey, bro. He's a fucking scumbag, dog. But this motherfucker was fucking in it, dog. He's like this, just like that, bro. In like less than a minute, bro, tore both of his ACLs.
To be old to be moving like that, that motherfucker thought he was in his 20s.
Yeah, bro. That shit was. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate, bro.
Piece of shit.
It's unfortunate because he was a talent. Oh man, no, but in other news, like
that's all that's happening as of right now. So as more news unfolds with this whole thing, when there's a court case that develops and happens, we'll cover it.
Yeah, in more like lighthearted news, man. Did you see? I'm sure you haven't. It's been like low key shit. That YoungThug potentially saved Uncle Daddy Trump. Did you see that?
He's your uncle and daddy?
He's my Uncle Daddy, bro.
Wow. That sounds weird. That's nasty.
I'm thinking Uncle Dana, but this is fucking. It's really supposed to be just Daddy Trump, bro. Daddy chill. Daddy chill.
Daddy chill. You've been making me laugh all day. Fucking off, pitulo.
That's a fucking clean one.
No, but I haven't seen anything. I know you brought it up to me the other day, but Thugger, huh?
It's Thugger's that boy, bro. Because
Slime,
if y'all don't know, like, unfortunately, I follow politics way too much, bro. Like, I'm interested, but I fucking hate it. So, Trump has been fighting all these fucking cases, bro. Majority of them are bullshit, but there was some legit ones. One specifically in Georgia, and it was when he called somebody that worked in Georgia. I don't know the term, so don't fucking get on
Senator?
me. One of the people, maybe senator, maybe fucking governor. I don't fucking know. He called them.
Do we still have mayors?
Yes, bro.
Do we really?
I don't think he would go that low to call a mayor, but I don't know. So he calls somebody in Georgia because he was losing Georgia. This is during the election, actual election night.
Which is illegal. It's not illegal to call, but yeah.
He goes, find me these votes. This was clear. It's on tape. Like, he goes, find me these votes. That's illegal.
That's illegal.
That's illegal. Which is pretty much sounding, make up these motherfucking votes so I can win Georgia. All right. So that's on tape. And how this connects with Young Thug is Georgia has a DA named Fonnie Willis. Fonnie Willis is the person that is coming after Young Thug. And Fonnie Willis is also trying to create her name, not only by coming after Young Thug, but going after Trump for this shit in Georgia.
Foxy Willis, huh?
Yeah. And supposedly she got a thumper on her. Supposedly. Allegedly. Fonnie Willis. Supposedly she got that thumper, boy.
What the fuck you spell Fonnie?
I don't know. But this all connects because she's going after both of them simultaneously. Because, like I said, I think she's trying to move herself up and politically. She's trying to move herself up by not only going after Trump, but going after Young Thug. And if you get somebody like Young Thug 20 years, that's fucking important. I don't understand it because there's other crimes that are going on that are more valuable and not valuable, but more, I guess, serious than this situation. But did you see her?
I don't know how to spell her name, so I don't know.
I think it's Fonnie.
I have no idea.
But it's crazy because Young Thug, a big portion of Young Thug's trial is the murder of this man named Donovan Thomas. His nickname is Nut, so they call him Nut. Previously, Fonnie Willis. I'm gonna take some spaces to like collect my thoughts because I don't want to like mistell you guys. You know. Previously, Fonnie Willis was a defense attorney, so she was on Young Thug's side previously, not his side, but she would be defending Young Thug prior to her becoming district attorney. No?
I have no idea.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Thumper. Just thumps.
Shout out Foxy Willis.
Cheeks. All right. So, previously, while she was defense attorney, she represented Donovan Nut Thomas. And when Donovan Nut Thomas was going through whatever the fuck he was going through in order to hire Fonnie Willis as an attorney, I guess they had a sexual relationship. Nobody said anything until, because this was years back, because Nut's dead. Donovan Nut Thomas is dead. He was a label owner, and supposedly YSL took
what's that called when you have relations?
Conflict of interest.
Conflict. Okay.
So there was a conflict of interest, and she didn't tell nobody while she was prosecuting Young Thug. So she got in trouble with that. She's no longer she's lead on the case, but she's not in courtroom anymore. She's nowhere to be found in this case.
In the Thugger case.
That's a big deal because she's DA and she is not. She didn't inform the court and she didn't step away from the case because she wants to step up politically and wants to become somebody and wants to be on the case that takes Young Thug to jail multiple times for multiple years and being on the same person to send Donald Trump to prison.
Because that's a big career.
Yeah, it's a pivot. If you have this on your resume, you can go up into Washington and say, I did this, 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 and this, and this person didn't do this, whatever, bullshit.
That's a life-changing career.
Yeah. So she gets these two things, but she fucked up when she fucked Donovan Nutt Thomas, and there's facts to prove that she had a relationship with Donovan Nutt Thomas, right? So now that it came out recently within this past year, because this thug case has been going on for over a year now.
Yeah.
So
because it just restarted up, right? Early January.
It didn't restart, but it's more like they found a jury, I believe. So now they're in.
That was the biggest issue, right? Is having a jury.
Yeah. Because it was just a bunch of things, bro. I mean, it's in Georgia, so it's like, who doesn't know Young Thug? How are you not by all that shit? So they've been struggling to find a jury, but I think they got a jury now, and the case, and it's starting in court. Mm-hmm. But like I said, in this past year, they found out that she had a conflict of interest within this case because she promised Nutt's family, Donovan Nutt Thomas's family, I'm going to get justice for your son, while she was his attorney. And now Young Thug and YSL supposedly killed Nutt.
She gave him more than justice.
Yeah, she gave him more than justice. Well, she didn't give him justice because he's dead. But in this case, there's a conflict of interest because she defended some guy that Young Thug and his crew are allegedly killed.
Right.
So that's a big conflict of interest. Her name shouldn't be on this case. She shouldn't be there. And if she takes herself off the case, they could file for mistrial. So now that's a fucking big thing right now. Mm. And now what Donald Trump is doing is pushing for her to get fucking fired, for her to get off because what's crazy is that like, actually opened this up. Academics opened this up. She's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck? She was fucking this dude. And this is a big part of the YSL. This shit is conflict of interest. Bro, telling you, like a week later, Trump is at a rally mentioning this shit that Act just said. And Act's like, I made it. Like, I did this. So it's insane, bro. And that I believe that case is getting thrown out with Trump in Georgia. I believe it's getting thrown, or it already did. And that's what's so nuts about this all. No pun intended, but like that's what's so that's what's so crazy about this is because like if Young Thug wasn't on trial, bro, Donald Trump would be fucked because this shit in Georgia, I believe it was in Georgia. I'm hoping I'm right. But there's a connection there for sure with Fonnie Willis because she's the specific person that's trying to send Trump to jail. And now her job is in jeopardy, bro, because it turns out this bitch was a hoe from the jump, bro. From the jump. She was not only fucking Donovan Nutt Thomas, which is her client at the time, she was fucking this other dude that works in her, in the state that works, and they were using government money to go travel, to go on these trips and all this other shit, bro. This bitch is a hoe for sure. So yeah, her job is definitely.
You can't even trust a district attorney.
Nope. And so pretty much what happens, I believe.
Does the Thugger case? Oh, because there could be mistrial if she helps out.
They could. What's gonna happen if she does get thrown out as DA? What's gonna happen is they need to find a new DA, and that for the case, and then they're gonna have to restart this whole thing over again. And the judge does not want to do this, bro. No judge wants to do this. Go through this shit again. Find a new jury. And I'm not saying jury like jury. I'm saying jury.
You know? Jury.
Yeah. But it's fucking insane, bro. I thought that shit was fucking nuts. Young Thug saved Donald Trump.
So all she had to do was keep her pants on.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and like she's had a hard on for Young Thug, bro. And what's crazy, I just want to mention really quickly, you know who YFN Lucci is?
Yeah.
So YFN Lucci was pretty big, bro. He was pretty big like in 2016.
Yeah.
He got in trouble years following, not at his peak, but kind of like when he was doing his own thing. He got in trouble and this all connects because Young Thug, there's a portion of YFN Lucci is in the Young Thug trial. I know so much about this case, bro. There's a part where Lucci and Thug, they don't like each other. Supposedly Young Thug shot up Lucci's mom's house. and that's how they connect pretty much. I think she got shot or killed. I don't think she got killed. I know she got wounded.
I remember this story, yeah.
So that's how they connect. But what's crazy is Lucci just pleaded guilty, and he's been served a lot of time. And he's getting out in 3 months. It was like 20 years, but it's like time served, and then it's 10 years of probation. So, yeah, he's getting out in 3 months. Oh, and they're thinking that he's going to snitch. He's going to be a part of the YSL case, but his attorney already said no. And what's confusing is that his case, Lucci's case, has been going on for years. And they just gave him a sweet deal, bro. Well, sweet in comparison to YoungThug. They're trying to send YoungThug because he was facing life too. Lucci was facing life, and YoungThug's facing life right now too.
Yeah.
Because it's RICO. Excuse me.
Fat ass case. So what's crazy is that, like I said, he got off with a sweetheart deal for 20 years, but he's getting out in 3 months. And I'm confused why YoungThug hasn't gotten that type of offer and why he wouldn't take it. Because if he's got to sit down for 5 years, and then, because if he's been in jail a year, maybe a year and a half. He's been in jail a year and a half. If they sentence him for 10 years, 10 years in jail or prison, and then 10 years probation, because they're similar cases between the two. He can get 5 years in jail with a year and a half time served, which would be considered 6.5 years, which he'd be able to get out. I don't know. I'm just confused, and this DA is specifically involved because they do not want no deals, bro. They want him to go to jail. Yeah. So that's what's crazy about this. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had on that. Do your research on Fonnie Willis.
Fonnie Willis with the cheeks.
Tag me. Don't know how to spell her fucking name, but whore.
Yeah.
Little bitty whore.
If you want to stay on music, do you want to stay on music real quick?
Yeah. Daddy Russ drops a new single, Drives. It's amazing. Check it out, please.
Yeah, because he needs it.
I gained nothing from it, but it's just such a good song.
Okay, so a post just went viral within this week, and it lists the rappers, the top rappers who fell off.
We know who's on there.
So you seen the list.
We know who's not on there.
Yeah, we know who's not on there.
Bruh.
Well, he was never on, so it's tough.
Well,
it's tough. It's tough.
No disrespect.
Okay.
I like that.
So I'll read you the list, and then tell me what you think.
Okay.
So starting with number 1, some of these are kind of crazy to me, but
do you believe the order of the, or is it just?
I don't know.
Just 10, or is it like?
I don't know if it's just listing them or if this is the order. Because if this is the order, I think it's kind of crazy. So this is the list.
Top 10 artists that fell
It's
off.
11. There's 11 artists.
Since does it say since what
No,
year?
because they have some old rappers on.
Oh, okay.
Not old, but like within this last 10 years or so. So they got Bobby Shmurda, Quando Rondo, Lil Baby, Young Boy, Rich Homie Quan, Pump, Designer, DaBaby, Roddy Rich, Meek Mill, Polo G. 11.
Polo G?
Polo G.
Wow. Polo G Capella, huh?
Yes, Mr. Capella. So what name sticks out most for you?
Lil Baby, Lil Pump, Designer, DaBaby, Quando Rondo, Meek Mill. Polo G surprised me. Roddy Rich, did I say that?
No, you didn't.
Roddy Rich doesn't surprise me, but the only one that really surprised me is Polo G. I would say I'm a fan of Polo G. I think he's made good music in the past. Has he dropped recently? No, but I don't think he's necessarily fallen off.
Well, okay.
But for everybody else, I would say, yeah, I mean, Barbara Streisand popped off when he got out, but other than that, though, he hasn't really,
Okay.
Hasn't really.
What name sticks out to you most, I would say, out of all these 11?
Lil Pump, Designer, and Roddy Rich are my top 3.
Okay, as far as like you agree that they have fallen off like bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meek Mill has fallen off. He hasn't made hits.
Which one surprises you most?
Polo G.
Polo G.
I wouldn't say Young Boy though, because I mean he drops so fucking much.
But it's okay. So I'll go through and explain my understanding. Oh, Adam Silver finalized. Oh, Adam Silver is back. Well, continues to be GM. Who cares?
Bald-headed.
I know. So Bobby Shmurda, I understand 100% why he's on this list.
Correct.
When prior to him going to jail, he was huge, bro.
Yeah.
He still has one of the most iconic songs, iconic moves that
it still plays at the club to this day.
Iconic memes in hip hop history. So going from that to when he does, and when he did sit down and when he did go to prison, he stood on business, bro. He stood on business and he did it solid because he took more time so his boys could get less time. I don't know if you know that's the story, but that's how it happened. But getting out, he did have this heat, and the story goes is that he owed his label a lot of money. So if you owe your label, they'll loan you money, and if you owe your label a lot of money, you need to be making some product for them to recoup their money. And he hasn't, unfortunately. Quando Rondo was confusing to me because he was never a top artist to begin with, and his peak in his career is his homie killing King Von. So I'm confused on that. He does make songs that are catchy and cool that I like, that I have. Yeah. So, but he's not even close to these guys, in my opinion. Lil Baby, unfortunately,
we talked about it before.
I know we've talked about it, bro, but it's crazy because he was considered at his time a top 3 rappers of the time.
Yeah.
Not of all time, but of his time.
With the Drakes,
in that moment.
He was up there.
He was up there just because he was consistently putting out music that was like, damn, this shit is fire. This shit is for the streets. This shit is nice, nasty. And it's every feature he was on, every shit he dropped, heat.
Just fire.
From that to his last album was fucking horrible. No replay value. Nobody fucking listens to him. And it's just unfortunate.
It was a pretty big drop off from like the peak of who he was.
And it was within a year and a half. A year.
Because what would you say his prime and his...
Because his prime was 2018 through 2021,
2022 about.
Because this past year in 2023, the beginning of 2023 or the end of 2022 is when he dropped his album. Nothing, bro. He had that fucking song and everybody's like,
you know what we got to tell him? You think you the shit?
You're not even a fought. So yeah, it's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And in my opinion, it seems to me that like he just doesn't care, like as far as your craft goes, because there's interviews out there and there's people that break it down like why he has fallen off so hard. Because there's people that like have a good year and they just fall off because that's how music is. It comes and goes. And that's how I thought his sound is going to be. Is going to come and go. But he stood the test of his time, which is 3 years. And that's impressive.
Maybe he's just like, I don't need to make.
But he's on tour right now, selling out still. And it's, I mean, he's probably just trying to take advantage of what the opportunity he does have because he's not making music that people want to listen to. YoungBoy is crazy to me because like you said, he not only drops all the time.
But I would say he has a huge fan base.
He has the fan base everybody wants, and he's on house arrest, bro. So he can't be outside like that. He can't do what I'm sure he wants to do. He was in the talks of like the up and coming stars prior to him being on house arrest. That's gonna break into that threshold of top 6, 7 artists at the time. Not my cup of tea, but I respect it for sure.
For sure.
Rich Homie Quan, another guy that was like
never really
top. He had those years, but this is way early, so I'm just confused. He has the hits. I mean, he does have the hits if you look him up, but I mean, he's not on the caliber of these guys.
Is he one of those artists that you remember the song but not the artist?
No, not me personally, just because I'm such a music head. But it's more like, bro, he didn't do enough to be in this conversation.
Or long enough.
Yeah, like for sure. And Lil Pump, bro. I mean, I don't know why we're talking. He was one of those guys that had a year. Like
I don't even know if it was a year. He had like a couple songs.
But
let's get it. Or
because that's that backpack shit, and it's like if you have him on the list, bro, why don't you have like a Smoke Perp or those guys? You know,
Trippie Redd.
Trippie Redd, I guess too. You can consider him falling off. but he still sells units.
Yeah, he just.
But he also transitioned. He's not necessarily like a rap artist anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't care to talk about Lil Pump. Designer, don't really care to talk about him. They're comparing him to Future at his time, at his peak.
He literally had one song.
Well, he had the Timmy Tana. That was another. Bro, that's a Diamond song. That's a Diamond song.
Really?
Diamond, bro.
I like it. It's catchy.
And so is Panda. So is
But Timmy Turner, like, you just can't fucking hear what he's saying. Timmy. I remember I hit a set of squats to that song.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. The baby
wasn't good.
The baby. Okay, moving on.
Like Timmy. The baby. We talked about it. Kind of that artist that just couldn't get out of that same flow. You know what I mean? And I feel like he had a nice flow. He could rap. His music was good. His lyrics were pretty good. But just like he couldn't get out of that same sound, same flow. I feel like he just stuck it out for too long. Mm-hmm. But then you said he had dropped a newer song that kind of like changed it up a bit.
Well, there's something to say that, like, I mean, there's no way to maintain that level of, unless you are the anomalies like the Drakes, the Kendricks, the Coles. There's no way.
But those artists have all done something different.
Yeah, but it's also like those artists are like once in a generation, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because they're artists. Rappers, you could be a rapper, but you're not an artist.
It doesn't last as long.
So rappers, there's no way to maintain. That same goes for Lil Baby. There's no way to maintain this level of fucking, I guess, you know, stardom and frequency that they're at, like the Baby was at.
Yeah.
There's no way to maintain that in rap necessarily, unless you do pivot get into R&B, get into, you know, something different to like keep your fans on their toes, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened to him. Unfortunately, people got tired of his sound. He became a meme himself. It's like, you know, but there's something to say. Like I said, now he's coming out with some of the best music he's come out with, and nobody cares.
Yeah. It's like it did it a little too late kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? If you would have did it with right at like not at
but he also
peak.
did get canceled, so like that didn't help him either.
Right. Yeah.
So that's that. I guess the three upcoming ones are the ones that are like I not only agree with, but they're the most like disappointing. I guess not so much Polo G, but Roddy Ricch. He arguably please excuse me for being antisocial was arguably the best album of that year that it came out.
Yeah.
Unlimited bangers. There was I don't think any skips on that fucking album. Sorry, excuse me.
And then
yeah, bro, and he did have like a timeless classic with fucking The Box. When you have something like that, I'm sure you're like on a high because that shit was a hit for a year, bro, a year straight.
That's the replay value at its finest.
That's what I'm saying. So like when you're at that high as an artist, I'm sure you're like, I don't need to.
I'm gonna live off of this.
I don't need to be creative right now. These people
drag
love
this
my
shit
shit
out. Yeah.
And unfortunately, you can't do that if you want to maintain where you're at. And what's crazy too is that he did like kind of dip his toe into like a different lane with his next album, and he had Late at Night, that song.
Yeah, that's a good song.
That's a great song. It's a great song. And I'm like, bro, if you just made more music like that, bro, you could have.
Because he had the voice and sound for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he could rap and stuff like that, but he also had that voice and that niche to like do some like a different sound kind of thing, like that R&B, that slow shit.
Yes. So it's just like, that's unfortunate, and that was most disappointing to me because
he has a talent for sure.
He has a talent. He has the voice. Yeah. The voice is dope. The voice is all these guys. The Baby's voice is dope. Fucking even Rich Homie Quan shit was dope because he's like Young Thug-esque, and that's a dope sound.
Yeah.
Young Boy's dope. Lil Baby has a dope sound, but it's just not. It's
not long term.
It's not long term. Like that's a good way to put it. What do you think about Meek Mill being on this list?
Were you a Meek Mill fan?
I was actually a big Meek Mill fan, bro.
I think he has made good music in the past, and he was in jail. Then he got out. It was all like the Drake beef, and it was going. So I think he's came out with good music, But as of late and recent, he hasn't been as consistent with putting out songs, putting out hits as to the Meek Mill that I remember of, like the past couple of years pre-COVID. I think he dropped some shit during COVID. I can't remember.
He did. Because that's a changing location song with Lil Baby. Like that was a banger, but it was like towards the end of his like.
But since then, it's been kind of quiet, and
I think he's independent.
Is he?
Now,
do you think that has a reason?
Well,
or something to do with
that's why I was gonna. That's kind of why I'm asking you, like, what do you think about him being on this list? Because I know Meek Mill is like rap, right?
Right.
He's rap. So being just solely rap for the most part, you're not gonna have that, major audience, and that's why I feel like Championships. Do you remember Championships?
Yeah.
Championships was his Grammy-nominated album. I don't think
that was a good album.
I don't think he won a Grammy, but no, it was a great album because he had the Drake on that album.
Yep.
That was Going Bad. I believe that was on that album. Going Bad.
Going Bad. I think that's what it was.
He had a R&B song with LMA. He had like It was a great track list. And that was his peak. And prior to that,
like the green one, right?
Yeah, it's
And him, yeah.
And that's his peak. And that's great. That's a fucking high peak, bro. You're a Grammy nominated artist. I think Polo G and Roddy Ricch are the only ones to have Grammy nominations on here. Maybe Lil Baby, I'm not sure. But that's fucking high, bro. And prior to that, Dreams and Nightmares, the fucking all that shit, prior to that was fire, bro. So his rise was.
He still played Dreams and Nightmares in the club. Like, that's replay value. That's a classic hit.
But it's like, I guess his rise was steady, and like you mentioned, the beefs. He had a lot of beefs to keep him in the news. Like he was in jail, which was a big story. Jay-Z got him out. Michael Rubin, he still has these stories, but now I feel like it's not so much focus on music. So I do agree with him being on this list because I feel like now he's more focused on business-wise, which, hey, respect to you, but don't expect, because he tweets crazy shit, bro. Like,
yeah, but I'm also not as surprised him because he is an older artist, so we kind of seen it. Besides, like Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, as the older artists, they do kind of fade from dropping music so consistently. As far as compared to these younger artists that are just getting into the game, they're dropping fucking albums. Like compared to this young boy, he's always like dropping shit. So Meek Mill, I wouldn't like consider it like a fall off because he said he's into business, so his direction isn't and main focus isn't as music as it was as the previous years. So him falling off, I don't know.
But it's also like I do consider it a fall off because the content of your music, people are tired of it. Just like every single person on this list, bro. Yeah. The content of their music, you get so tired of it. The content and sound, his sound is different. Meek Mill's sound is different with his music that he does drop. It's not the same old shit that he was dropping 10 years ago, but the content of it is the same. You can't, like, bro, you're about reform. Dope. Like, that's what you want to focus on. But you're also rapping about how you were in the hood, doing all this shit and this flipping bricks, this and that. Like, you're not doing that anymore. I'm not saying you never did that, but you're not doing that anymore. That's not your lifestyle. And it's only so much we could hear of that. Unless you add some R&B or just change the context of your music a little bit. Because that's what Drake does. Drake still raps about the same shit. It's at a higher level as far as like he is talking about crazier shit. It's like, what are you even talking about? We don't even know what this shit is. But he is still talking about fucking these bitches, and we'll still listen to it.
Yeah.
But that is Drake. There's levels to this shit. He was in that sphere of these top artists again. Just like few of these guys on this list, he was in that tier at a point in time.
Yeah.
And where's he at now, bro? He's dropping a fucking collab album with Rick Ross. Ain't doing much. Didn't do much. We ain't listening to it. Hey, unfortunately, that's just how shit goes.
Yeah. But that's why I respect, to go off a little bit off topic and to swing on 21 Savage's Nutsack. That's why, like, this album that he just dropped, how he talks about, like,
great point, bro.
What he did, but like, that's not what he's doing no more, but he's going to talk about it in this album. Like, oh, that's what I did. And then Dark Days, the last song of the album, I think was one of the best songs on that album personally, because it's a story, like, it may sound corny, but stay in school type, you know what I mean? So there's a message to that album. So I just wanted to give the flowers to 21 really quick.
No.
And talk about how rappers are still. You're not living that lifestyle. Like you have all this bread to get away from that, but you're still rapping about the constant same things. And I feel like 21 stepped away and did like a kind of like a third person view on it.
That's a great example because because if 21 Savage didn't do what he did on this album, which has given another insight to his life while saying the same stuff but sounding different too, because he did that. That's why I said. When I recap that album, this puts pressure on all these guys that are still relevant. These Roddy Ricches, the Meek Mills. I know Roddy Ricch is out of the picture, but the Meek Mills, the Lil Babies, the Babies, everybody that you could have put 5 years ago in the same bubble as 21 Savage, he has completely transcended his career because of obviously the collaboration with Drake. His album I Am Greater Than I Was, that's him literally talking. The album, listen to the title, I Am Greater Than I Was. And then this album, I think it shows growth in an artist, bro. Yeah. And I know we're swinging on him, but it's like, bro, if he didn't do that, he could easily be on this list, bro.
Yeah.
Easily be on this list. If prior to I Am Greater Than I Was, if he didn't come out with that and he didn't come out with this and he didn't come out with that album with Drake, bro, listen to those three things. Prior to that, it was I'm a rock star. That was his biggest hit. Yeah. And that's still his biggest hit. But I'm saying, like, that's all he was known for. And bank account. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, I get. Not culturally, that's wasn't what he was known for, but commercially, that's all he was known for. Commercially. Yeah. Now commercially, he is a top 5 artist in the game right now. Yeah. Easily. And that's because of how he changed his career. The content, the sound, shit like that, bro. But yeah, and to just kind of finish out this segment right here, Polo G, I know you said you like him. He still comes out with good music. But bro, Rap Star was his biggest song, and he ain't done shit.
Pop Out wasn't his biggest song?
Fuck no. Pop Out was with Lil TJ.
Yeah.
Pop Out was one of his earlier songs, but Rap Star is fucking multi.
No, Rockstar. What the fuck?
Rap Stars.
Right? Yeah.
Cop the BMW. New deposit. I picked up another bag. Great song, but since then, what he did with that song, I hate when artists do this, bro.
Wrote it out.
They wrote it out, and he put it on 2 albums, bro. He put it on his.
He did do that. That is right. Yeah. I hate when fucking artists do that, bro. I already heard this shit. You put it out as a single, man. You're not gonna put this shit on the album.
And then he put it out on the deluxe album. I'm like, bro, homie, like, I get it.
And or it'll be like a Rap Star featuring, like.
yeah. So since then, because I think that was Hall of Fame or something like that. It was one of the two. He's a good artist. I like his music too, but it's more like when he came out with that, he was, ascending as an artist.
Yeah.
But since that song, what do you know of him? Not too much.
That's true.
He still comes out with good songs, I'm sure, like catchy songs, because that's his style of music, like catchy, music that you could kind of bob your head to. But other than that, it ain't much there.
Mm-hmm.
But so I like him. I could say that I like him. I listen to him a lot, actually. Not a lot, but more than a lot of these artists on this list. And I had hoped that he was like kind of next up to the heir to like a Lil Baby when Lil Baby was coming up. I'm like, okay, because he could because that Rap Star song was rap, but it was like had a melodic flow to it.
Yeah,
it was cool, but
it was like a kind of like a pop flow, like yeah. But I like when him and TJ get together. I think they make good songs.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, but that's all I had on that though. What you got anything else? Right?
No, that's all I got for music wise in that segment.
Yeah. What else you got?
Did you see the trailer to RoadHouse? Jake Gyllenhaal.
We did just see this. I seen it. What did you think about
it? That Conor really dedicated this actor role. He trained in MMA for 10 years, fought in the UFC for so long, became a double champ just to get ready for this role. No, based off the trailer, I mean, it looks like Conor just being Conor, the way his character is dressed, talks, his swagger, his demeanor. I didn't know if RoadHouse was a film in the early days. I didn't know that. So prior to me watching the trailer, reading the comments of what the film was all about, and seeing Jake be in the UFC, walk out, be in the cage for like a film scene.
Yeah, that was big news, bro.
It was like a warrior type movie, you know, with Tom Hardy.
I love that movie, actually.
That's a good. I just saw it the other day. I rewatched it.
I tried to show my girl. She's like, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, you like it? You like the UFC?
That movie was fire.
Bro's dope. It's
Two brothers of fire. A little cheesy,
unrealistic.
Yeah, because how does he take that big ass shots from that Koba? I didn't know it was Kurt Angle that plays him. Mm-hmm. Koba. Mm. But like he's over here like killing everybody, and this one can take all the punches, no blood, no nothing. Anyways, I thought it was gonna be a movie like that.
What's his name's in there? The dude you asked me, he's like, is he even in anything? You're like, what is he?
Brian
Callen.
And fucking R.I.P. But Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson was in it.
Yeah, Rumble Johnson. Yep.
Rumble Johnson was in that movie. But I thought watching Jake be in the UFC, doing the scene there, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like another like MMA movie, have that story. Mm-hmm. Like he's gonna become a UFC champ, some shit like that, right? Because it has UFC name on it.
Yeah, and it had Megan O'Leary,
Connor,
John Anik, DC. They're in it commentating. They made it a big deal. And then when we see the trailer, we're like, where's the UFC? It's like it shows it for like 1 second, and I'm like,
it's probably gonna be like a 5-minute scene, 10-minute scene.
And I'm like, wait, what the fuck does it matter? After seeing that trailer, what the fuck does it matter that he was a UFC fighter? And what the fuck does it matter? Like, all that it is showing is that like he's trying to save this woman's bar called the RoadHouse. I'm like, I don't want to watch that bullshit. Like, and Jake Gyllenhaal don't do bad movies, bro. Mm-mm. He don't. I'm not saying this movie's gonna be bad.
He's a great actor.
Great, bro. Honestly, I've not seen one bad Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Like, none.
Really?
What movie?
So you've seen all of his movies? Not all, but like,
you know what I do with actors that I like? I look up their name and I'll say movies. So like I'll try to watch all their movies. You know who doesn't have bad movies, bro? Michael Pena.
He's so funny, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't have any bad movies, bro. For real.
So you watched Brokeback Mountain?
I didn't actually. But I didn't watch it because it was gay.
You just haven't gone around.
But supposedly it's good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just gay.
I'm after I watched a couple of seasons of The Boys, I'm gonna watch that movie with Michael Pena about the astronaut.
Oh, bro,
I looked it up.
So good.
I'm gonna get ready to watch it.
Yeah, just be prepared to cry.
I haven't really cried in movies, bro, but Sound of Freedom got my ass. I ain't gonna cap.
I don't blame you, bro. That shit is a tough watch. Bro.
That's really the only movie that's really got me like emotional because it's like real life type shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so sad. But getting back to RoadHouse, I mean, it's on Prime.
I'm gonna watch it because it's free.
Yeah, but disappointed in some way.
I'm very
maybe some RoadHouse fans that have watched it in the past. The YouTube comments were like,
"Save my bar." I'm like, what the fuck?
I'll pay you so much money. Just suck my.
Just let me shit on your head.
Jeez. But based off the YouTube comments of like RoadHouse fans, they're kind of like, oh yeah, like based off like movie back in the days, like this looking good. Jake, like how you said, Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't do bad. Connor's being Connor.
I think that's the main headlines. Is like Connor looks cool. Like
that's basically all it.
He looks dope. Like he looks like a crazy man. That's been the headlines, which is crazy.
Hey fellas, it's just funny.
Hey fellas, he's fucking. I'll probably high.
Off the lines, off the bumps.
But yeah, no, that shit was.
But that's pretty much it, man. So I had another question. Jake looks fucking absolutely shredded.
Yeah, he's juiced up, bro, to the gills.
Now, my question to you was: there's a lot of actors out there that played like, you know, what the fuck is his name? The guy that plays Thor.
Chris
Hemsworth. Chris Evans. Those type of actors that play superhero roles, and they're fucking play the part. They look the part. They look like me almost, right?
Yeah. Respect.
So people say like, oh, he's juiced up, like he's on some shit, kind of talk shit here and there. And then athletes, you know, obviously they gotta hide it if they do go on some enhancement. So my question to you is, should actors kind of get like scrutinized and kind of like shitted on if they juice up for a role as much as athletes do when they go into a fight, go into a game?
Well, no, I don't think so, me personally, because there's not like lives on the line.
Yeah.
In acting, if you're fighting and you're juiced up, like you can kill somebody. So I would say that's my main like reasoning to like why like it's not that serious. Even in basketball, I think that they should juice in basketball. I think they should juice in fucking
baseball.
In baseball, I think they should juice in everything other than combat sports, because it's only gonna elevate the fucking the I guess
the physical damage.
No, it's only gonna elevate the quality. It's not gonna hurt like when baseball.
You're talking about saying not to do it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's only
baseball. I mean, the steroid eras were just home runs.
That was the best era. Like everybody, you could say whatever you want, but like
games would be more exciting.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine everybody juiced up. Like dog, you would fucking everything would be more fun.
NBA, you'd be
bro. Bam. It would be like it would. I don't know. And I think a lot of like you're not gonna tell me LeBron's not on something. There's no way. They would never kick LeBron out of the NBA. They would never. How many times do you think LeBron got drug tested? Come on. You know his bitch ass would probably be crying saying the NBA is drug testing me. Yeah. Saying something. Like after a 40-point game. After a 50-point game of some random white guy that doesn't get no shine, they would drug test him. Yeah. But a 50-point game from LeBron James, they don't fucking drug test him. A 73-point game from Luka Doncic, you think they're going to drug test him?
Hell yeah.
Hell no, they ain't drug testing him,
no.
Bro. No, because
Joel or Cat dropped 62.
No, bro, they're not. Because why? Because these dudes are superstars.
Yeah.
If they lose a Luka Doncic, which is overseas bread, that's the UK bread. They are not going to risk that money because his fans, all millions of fans in the UK, are watching solely because of him.
He's not from the UK.
Or wherever he's from, you know.
Slovenia.
Where is that? What country?
Europe.
Okay, in Europe, that's what I meant to say. In Europe, all those fans that love him, that love all these fucking European players, they're watching just because of the European players. And if you take their European players out, they're not gonna watch them.
Yeah, he's the biggest overseas player right now, besides Joel Embiid.
Yeah, so I mean,
and Giannis.
What's up with all these scoring shit?
Hey, bro, people been balling. 70 points, 60 points. Booker almost dropped 70. Cat 62. Who else dropped 70?
Fucking
Luka 73, Joel 70.
Luka has the most points since Kobe, 73.
Yet.
Can't get 81 though, bro.
I mean, no one has proof of 100. They just have the picture. So to my knowledge, I saw 81 live, not live, but
you saw the highlights?
Yeah.
My dad saw that shit live.
What?
Yeah. I remember he said I was asleep right next to him, like, and then he saw that shit. And what's crazy is he said like a couple months before that, he had 60 in the third. He had 60 in the third, and he was balling.
And they took him out.
And they took him out. He was like, bro, he could have easily dropped 80 again.
Yeah, I was like LeBron, bro. He was like, I knew he could go for 80.
I had it in my bones. Watching that game, yep, he's getting 81.
Fucking capping ass.
Oh shit.
But that's all I had, bro. I just wanted to question you. I don't agree with it either. I don't think actors should get kind of shit on for juicing. They're playing the part if Chris Hemsworth is trying to play Thor, who's a god.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't want a fucking skinny ass Thor.
But I think be honest with it. Say you are.
Oh, okay. That's what. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Because The Rock still says no. He's all natural.
He is.
You know what's crazy is Joe.
So Rock, I completely believe you're natural, and I love your dreams.
Joe has like criticized him before about like just say you're on it. Just say it. You're juiced up. And then when he went on the podcast, I guarantee that they told him we're not talking about this. I guarantee that.
Yeah,
because they didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? But yeah, as far as
just fucking say it.
But I'm not saying they don't train their fucking ass off either. They just get a little enhancements to get to the part because the movie comes out in what, or they act and train in a couple. It's not a full like 2-3 years. It's within a year.
Yeah,
of course you can't.
Yeah,
But I don't think they get shitted on. I'm just saying like, yeah, I took this and this and that. Mm-hmm. Completely recommend it.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing is like they don't want kids to do it, but kids, bro, guys on Sam Solik is fucking influencing these kids to juice up.
He's 21, bro. He's fucking like, yeah, fucking, I'm about to get this chest bump. I'm like, Jesus, bro.
It's fucking hideous, bro.
Yeah, that motherfucker go bench my ass for real. He's strong as shit.
Fuck your ass.
If you really wanted to, you could just come here, boy. Like, oh, Sam, But you got anything else, bro?
That's it, bro.
All right, guys. That's all we got for episode 43. as like we said, once more news pops out with fucking shit face.
Next week we'll probably talk more about it.
And yeah, what else? When things come out more, we'll cover it. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow, Sunday, we got the championship games.
Championship weekend.
I hope Ravens and Lions win it. Yeah. I'm doubling down, and I'm super excited. Gonna go meet up with some friends and watch them. But
that's dope.
Hopefully, planning with them is pretty hard.
I see.
I was just like, I'm down. Let me know.
Yeah,
I'll try to be there. But that's all I got, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Yeah. Y'all be safe. And we'll catch you guys in episode 44. And we're almost at 50. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Just need to still find a little bar for you.
I'm ready, bro.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
5 minutes. Make it 10.
Fuck that.
All right, then, y'all.
All right,
catch you.
Take care.